Welcome back to our channel Brain Fuel. So today we are going to discuss the topic Appiko Movement. So I'll explain the introduction of this movement, objectives of the Appiko Movement, background of the Appiko Movement, about Appiko Movement, effects of Appiko Movement, and I'll also give the tips and tricks how to write this in exam to get 10 out of 10. Watch the video till the end. Appiko movement is one of the forest-based environmental movement in India. So you can refer this for your notes and for description, anything. Okay, I'll just explain it briefly so that you will be able to understand and able to write in the exams. The Appiko movement was a powerful environmental protest that started in Karnataka in region called North Kannada. Part of the Western Ghats, local people stood up to protect their forest when they saw something harmful happening. The forest department was cutting down natural mixed forest and replacing them with teak trees. So teak tree is just one of the type of tree. This is called monoculture, and it's bad for environmental because it reduces biodiversity and harms the balance of the nature. So basically these teak trees are used in luxury furnitures like beds and sofas basically, and also to make like collective items, what we can say, decorative items. So the goals of the movement, the Appiko movement had three clear and practical goals: protect existing trees. Villagers wanted to stop the cutting of healthy, diverse forests that had been there for generations. Regrow trees on empty land. They aimed to replant trees in areas that had already been damaged or cleared. And instead of exploiting the forest for profit, they wanted to use it in a way that respected the nature and helped local communities, like collecting firewood, herbs, and honey without destroying forest. So imagine your school garden has many type of plants, flowers, vegetables, herbs, and now imagine someone comes and removes all of them to plant only for a type of tree. It may look neat, but it's not healthy. That's what happening in the forest. The Appiko movement was like villagers saying, no, we need all kinds of plants to keep nature alive. So they hugged the trees and protected them literally. Background of the Appiko movement. In 1983, something serious happened in the place called Sirsi Taluk in Uttara Kannada, Karnataka. The forest department had given permissions to contractors to cut down trees in the local forest, but villagers refused to help with the tree cutting because they knew it would harm their lands and lives. Unfortunately, the forest department ignored them and kept cutting trees. This led to soil erosion, which means the land started losing its strength and fertility. Water sources began to dry up, the forest started disappearing, and with it, the villagers' way of life was in danger. In one village called Salkani, people lost their only patch of forest. The forest wasn't just trees, it was their fuel wood, fodder for animals, honey, and other natural resources. Even farmers who grew spices were also affected because they depend on the leaf manure from the forest to keep their soil healthy. So, imagine your neighborhood park is the only place where you get firewood, animal feed, and even ingredients for medicine. Now imagine someone starts cutting down all trees without asking you. What would happen? The land would become weak, water would disappear, and your daily life would suffer. That's exactly what happened to Sirsi Taluk, and that's why Appiko movement began. In September 1983, something powerful happened in the village called Salkani in Sirsi Taluk, Karnataka. The local people saw that the forests were being cut down by contractors. So, yeah, this is the continuation of the topic. The word Appiko means hug. In Kannada, that's exactly what they did. Villagers, especially women and young people, walked 5 miles to the forest and hugged the trees to protect them. By doing this, they sent a strong message: these trees are our life, you cannot take them away. So, this was the inspiration of the Chipko movement, which I already explained. Please check into my channel, you will find it. The Chipko movement. The movement was led by Panduranga Hegde, an environmental activist who helped organize and guide the protest. It wasn't planned any big organization, it was spontaneous, heartfelt response from people who depend on the trees for their daily needs. This peaceful protest worked. The government banned the cutting of the trees and the agitation lasted for 38 days. It showed how ordinary villagers could stand up for nature and win. So, effects of the Appiko movement. The Appiko movement wasn't just about hugging trees, it had real life changing results for the people and the environment. Saved useful trees, villagers depended on the trees like bamboo to make handcrafted items, things they could sell and earn money. The movement helped protect these trees, which were part of their daily livelihood. They protected medical plants, many trees, and in the forest, which were used for natural medicine by local people. By stopping deforestation, the movement helped preserve these healing resources. They raised an environmental awareness. The movement spread a strong message across the Western Ghats forest and are not just wood, they are life. It warned villagers about the dangers of letting commercial and industrial companies destroy forest and for profit. People began to understand that protecting nature means protecting their future. Inspired success like Chipko. Just like the Chipko movement in North India, Appiko in the South showed that ordinary villagers could stand up, protect their forest and succeed. It became a symbol of people powered conservation. So it's basically just the copy of the Chipko movement, but then there was a British involvement in the Chipko movement, but this Appiko movement had happened under the Indian government only. So this is the end of the video. I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. We need subscribers at most at this time because it's a new channel, it's a growing channel. It just takes 2 seconds for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching the video.